9:06 Power Trip Morning Show. Thank you for tuning in. Rosie's here and Marnes is here, and we were just over here talking about Shields and how much we love Shields and how great they were this holiday season, not only for Toys for Tots, but for Best Christmas Ever. So Shields brings you the great Marney Gellner, and we love you, Shields. Thank you so very, very much. We do. Man, did I go down there and just have a heck of a time shopping. I love that place, man.
You can pretty much get everything you need to live off of.
No, not pretty much everything.
You can.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They have coffee.
Sorry.
Well, they don't have chicken fingers.
They definitely do.
You know what? They've got grills and air fryers and
if you want
probably
to go,
the seasoning. So if you could just provide the
you want to
chicken,
go,
even if it's raw.
You can go chicken hunting.
Wow. Where?
You can
farms.
They've got hunting stuff if you want to get your own.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Set a chicken trap.
That's a great point. Why would I fly over to Africa to shoot a lion when I could just pay somebody $20 to go shoot a chicken?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Save myself the airfare.
Yeah.
Passport.
Probably easier, too.
Customs, all
Less
that stuff.
Less dangerous, I guess.
Oh. I'll do it with like a paintball gun.
Yeah.
Just to mark my future chicken
That still
finger.
hurt real bad.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about
Remember the first time I ever played paintball was with you and Morris and the rest of the Power Trip group back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And the very first time I got hit, no joke, was on my left nipple, and I thought that's how much it hurt. True story. I'm like, this is the worst pain ever. Who wants to play paintball?
Terrible.
And they were like, you got a little unlucky on that first shot.
But secretly you were like, yes.
No, it was awful. Awful. It
Who
stung,
shot you?
I don't know,
Star?
some rando.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hurt so bad.
Rambo, actually.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Started to run and just start firing at you.
You probably would have later.
Yeah.
That was the most fun, man.
It was fun.
I would love to do that again someday. This place that we went, Rosie, they had it set up where there was a boat that half the team got on the boat and had to land on the beach. And literally,
it was like a Normandy bit, right?
The thing would
drop down.
And you'd have to watch because somebody might be oh, man, that was
tree
fun.
forts and houses. I mean, it was awesome.
Is that still
so much fun.
Out in Rockford, I think.
Ever? Are they still
I don't know.
Doing?
Marty, you ever play paintball? It's so much fun.
No.
It's so much fun.
Not in a real, simulated, no.
But Chris just alluded to it. It hurts just enough where you're going, I don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
But not. It doesn't hurt so badly where you'd never want to play again. Again, unless you get hit in the nipple on your very first shot,
Noted.
which I did.
Yeah. Noted.
Yeah.
But can you imagine this group right now in our 40s and above?
Yeah, above.
With knee replacements
Let's
and
do it.
Oh, God. I'm
health
out.
issues.
No way.
Yeah, I it didn't help, by the way, Corey, that you were running around with no shirt on.
Yeah, you wanted to be shot.
Shoot me here, shoot me here.
Yeah.
How about in the movie 10 Things I Hate About You, Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger, R.I.P.
Never seen it.
Play paint. Oh, great movie. Great high school movie. And they play paintball against each other on one of their dates. They're shooting each other from about 3 feet away. They tell you in the instructions.
Don't do that.
Is it 10 feet maybe?
Yeah, they want you to be 10 feet
Yeah.
away.
I forget exactly the minimum, but they basically say anything less than that, it's going to be unbelievably painful. Like you're not allowed to do that. They'll toss you right out of the.
You'd probably break the skin.
Yeah, that's exactly what they warn of. And I'm watching Heath Ledger.
Shield or?
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, you have
have
to
to.
wear all that stuff, right?
Face shield for sure. That would be really bad.
No.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Anyway, if you watch 10 Things I Hate About You, that's what not to do. You don't want to. Who wants to bruise Julia Stiles? Don't answer that. All right. I don't mean like that.
I don't even. I'm gonna hit this now.
Hey, can I ask a sports question?
After the builders and remodelers mentioned.
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Thank you, Builders and Remodelers.
So this is a playoff NFC question, and you may not know the answer, and I could easily Google it, but I'd rather talk it out with you guys. If Dallas wins on Sunday and Philly loses, is Dallas the number 1 seed and Philly's the 5th seed?
What are their records right now?
Well, the Philly's 13-3 and Dallas is 12-4.
Who has the tiebreaker?
That I don't know. It doesn't say here on the ESPN.
Yeah, no idea.
But
could they drop that far?
Well, they wouldn't win the division.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, this is
Huh.
I don't know the tiebreaker between the two of them, but what you're asking is, if Dallas can still win the division, and my guess is they can. I don't know what the tiebreaker situation is. Yeah, then the highest Philly could be is 5.
Okay.
Or vice versa.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right,
So, because Tampa is locked into the 4.
Yeah, Tampa's 4. The Giants are, I think, locked in at
7.
6.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, they're locked in at 6.
That's 6. That's right.
6, and then,
because they play the Vikings.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the loser of the NFC East, either Philly or Dallas, is the 5.
Yep.
So I don't know. So then maybe they are still in the running. So is it everybody but the Vikes in terms of, is it Niners, Eagles, and Cowboys can all still be the number one? We're asking questions out loud that we don't know the answer to.
Yep.
All right. Last night, the Timberwolves Marns beat the Denver Nuggets 124-111.
Great
Snaps
game.
a 6-game losing streak. You were there broadcasting.
Yep. And the Wolves did not have D'Angelo Russell or Naz Reid. Both were late scratches. We found out about 6:30. Our pregame show had already started, so it was probably 6:33, 34, that neither of those two would play on a team that already was missing Karl Anthony Towns. And
What was the reason?
D'Lo was illness and Naz Reid was back spasms. So you got good minutes out of Luka Garza. Jaden McDaniels played really well. It was kind of the kick in the butt, I feel like, that the Wolves needed. I wish they didn't need it, but whatever it took to get to that low on Saturday night, the loss to the Pistons, and they were tired of it and they were embarrassed and they weren't going to play that way anymore. And so the number one team came in and they flustered the Joker, man. He had 5 turnovers in the game. He had 4 at halftime. He had 4 turnovers, 1 rebound, 1 assist at halftime. He still finished with 7 rebounds, 9 assists. That guy is just ridiculous.
Do you think the Joker, though, is this generation's Tim Duncan, where he does everything well, fundamentally sound, but just boring as hell to watch?
No, because his no-look passes are not boring. They are phenomenal. His offense is a little boring and structured and safe, but his playmaking, the passes, oh my gosh. It's like watching an electric point guard out there.
Sauce your hands up.
Does hockey know his first name?
Absolutely not. He
The
might not know
Joker?
Tim Duncan's first name, but he definitely knows. But he does. I bet you $1,000 he does not know.
Does hockey
The
know where
Joker's
Tim
first
Duncan
name.
went to
Or,
college?
you know what?
No.
No,
How
you
about-
wouldn't know that.
I don't know. That's
$50
about
says he
the,
doesn't.
no, he does.
$20 says he doesn't. $10. I bet you $5 he doesn't know.
Who's this Ryan Q to play last night? I never heard of him till I saw him on the court.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan? Yeah. I guess he plays football.
Don't look
too.
at me. That's his real name.
I know, but I've never seen.
Yeah, we got him from the Lakers.
Wow.
He's Grady's favorite player because Grady was at a game a couple of weeks ago and Matt Ryan assisted on a three-pointer and Grady, he had some good seats and Grady gave him the goggles and Matt Ryan pointed at him. So Grady came
nice.
home and ordered Matt Ryan's jersey from some website in China and is also trying to get his shoes.
Hey, speaking of Grady,
so
and I
you
was
think NBA players or athletes don't have an influence on kids?
No, I think
He's
they do.
14 years old.
Barkley
Dude, he's
was
not
right.
5.
Speaking of Grady, I was thinking about your son when they were showing this Damar Hamlin situation on SportsCenter this morning. They were talking about T. Higgins lowering his shoulder and hitting Hamlin, right? And then pretty innocuous hit, but then almost killed him. Again, hopefully he didn't kill him. We'll find out if he survives this or not. It's terrifying. Your son was on the field or in that game where the young man was paralyzed.
Right.
And I remember one thing that you said and that all the parents were talking about is how you convince 13-year-old?
Yeah, they're freshmen in high school, so they're 14.
14-ish.
Turning
Okay.
15.
How you convince a 14-year-old, regardless of what happens to this kid, it's not your fault, right? You didn't do something illegal. And same thing with T. Higgins. Even as an adult, how do you convince T. Higgins if Damar Hamlin dies? It's not your fault.
Of course not.
You didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't a cheap shot. It wasn't after the play. You weren't headhunting. I can't imagine how you explain to a 14-year-old that it had nothing to do with what you did.
No, but I would imagine human nature is, what if I hadn't turned that way?
course.
What if I
It's
hadn't
the butterfly effect.
Yeah, but it is not your fault. And yeah, Grady, he was on the field. He was playing the offensive line. He was blocking. Our next door neighbor was the ball carrier, and that is the boy that Ethan tackled, and it was a completely innocent play. I think maybe 2 yards gained on him trying to get to the sideline and turn the corner. Yeah, freakish things. I guess the perfect storm, although it's completely imperfect. But I do follow the Caringbridge site for that. We're talking about the Bloomington Jefferson freshman football player who is he's paralyzed, and it's the neck down, so he has no use of arms and legs. But he spent some time at a rehab center in Colorado and came home on, I think, Christmas Day. Might have been Christmas Eve. but came back home to Minnesota, to Bloomington, I assume, right on Christmas, and is learned to the family's learning how to care for him and how to adapt their home to the wheelchair and all of that. And he's alive and he's smiling in a lot of photos, and so there are many blessings in this. But yeah, the lesson of just, my God, can things change in an absolute instant?
Yeah. I haven't seen any in-depth quotes or interviews with T. Higgins yet. I've just seen a couple of tweets or something, I think. I think I saw a tweet from him basically saying, praying for you or something. But, man. Speaking of postponing the game, canceling the game, if you're T. Higgins, how can you go on and play the rest of the game? I mean, that's why there is no option. You got to just shut the game down.
Correct.
Because how do you tell him, no, you got to go back out there and play football?
It's also
Can't
just
do it.
brought up a good point during the break as well. I mean, it wasn't just a matter of last night's game obviously being postponed, likely never to be replayed. Buffalo has a game on Sunday.
Yeah, how do you play that?
Against New England.
Right.
A big game. I mean, and then today's already Tuesday, and they're dealing with the trauma of not knowing still, obviously, about their teammate and what his future is going to be, the immediate future is going to be. And then psychologically, you got to get ready to play a game on Sunday again. Yeah. But that's what you have to do. And apparently, I don't think they're going to cancel it.
How about the mental mindset that an NFL player needs to get into, and how they hype themselves up and let's kill them, let's crush them. How do you get yourself back into that state of mind, knowing a human maybe technically died on the field and came back? I'm not sure the correct medical verbiage, but that is the mindset that you get into as an NFL player, is crush him, kill him.
As a society, we get over things quickly. We're off to the next thing. And even from a sports standpoint, we're off to the next game, the next thing. And I think we will get there probably sooner than later. I mean, there will be NFL playoffs. People will get into it. Mm-hmm. They'll be arguing about which team. We'll be talking about the Vikings and the pluses and minuses, and all that'll happen. And then Buffalo will be the same thing, except it's going to be a little different right now, and a lot different. But that's just the way we operate as human beings and as a society.
All right, when we get back, most of these are fun. It's not going to be depressing. We look back at the life of Barbara Walters, and when she died over the weekend, Twitter kind of found the best of the best in terms of awkward clips over the years of her career.
Harry Reasoner?
That one, but also Kardashians, Sean Connery. There's a whole bunch of good ones I want to play for you and get your thoughts on the life and death of Barbara Walters. Then we'll play in the box in a little bit as well. This is the Power Trip Morning Show with Marney Gellner and Mark Rosen on the Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads. 94 westbound from 494 to 35 east, 7 minutes. 94 westbound at Dowling, disabled vehicle, left lane is blocked. 694 eastbound from 252 to 36 is 15 minutes. 169 northbound seeing stop-and-go traffic from Old Shakopee to Anderson Lakes Parkway with a disabled semi-trailer on the right shoulder, and there is a tow truck currently on the scene. That's traffic on the Fan. This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Gift yourself great sleep during Mattress Firm's Dreamsummer sale. Get a king for a queen price or a queen for a twin and save up to $700.
Hey, it's Corey Code, Power Trip Morning Show. Happy New Year's for my friends at Zero Res, 952 Res. They want you to start the year off right. So across the board, all of their services, 23% off in honor of 2023. You can book and clean in January only and get 23% off all services. So what do you need to start the new year off right? Do you need your carpets cleaned? Call Zero Res at 952 Res. Do you need your air duct system cleaned, or rugs, or upholstery, or tile? 23% off all of their services. I've been using Zero Res for about a decade. I know the Twin Cities has, and over 15,000 people have given them a rating on Google, 4.9 rating on Google. Again, 15,000 plus reviews. People that are consistently satisfied with the service, with the technicians themselves, and all these great deals, too. And again, but start the year off right. Start 2023 off correct with 23% off. 952 Res or ZeroResMinnesota.com. Make sure you ask for the KFAN special or type in KFAN when you're checking out at ZeroResMinnesota.com. That's the way you get 23% off. 952 Res. Zero Res, it spells the same forward and backward.
AMSOIL Championship Snowcross returns to Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota, January 13th and 14th for high-flying snowmobile racing. Get your tickets today at CanterburyPark.com. That's CanterburyPark.com.
Hey, it's Corey Coe. Finding the right exercise equipment was incredibly frustrating until I found Push Pedal Pull. The big box stores? Well, as they say, you get what you pay for. And good luck finding anyone who can answer questions. And because most of the industry's best fitness equipment is exclusively available only at Push Pedal Pull, the selection and quality was amazing compared to other places. Their trained and certified consultants were incredibly helpful, and now I love my elliptical and my rower. To learn more and find the location of their nearest store, go to pushpedalpull.com. Push Pedal Pull, your exercise equipment experts.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code CAR91 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill up. That's code CAR91. Use code CAR91 for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill up.
Hey, I'm here talking with a long-time listener that followed our advice when it came to the Pomerleau team. So you met with known real estate teams and settled with the Pomerleau team to sell and buy. Why?
I picked the Pomerleau team because of service. Matt is my realtor, and when he came over and looked at my place, he knew everything. He knew custom cabinets. He knew pour foundation walls, etc. His confidence is like, yep, no problem. We can do this. We can make this work. Absolutely not a problem. And it worked out great.
So, Mike, for those listening now, and they are torn on what real estate agency to use, PomerleauTeam.com clearly worked for you. Why will it work for others?
Simply put, simply stated, they are absolutely top-notch, above and beyond any other real estate agent that I interviewed.
If you would like to have the same success Mike did, go online, PomerleauTeam.com.
Renew your focus on health and well-being. CBDistillery.com. That's CBDistillery.com.
From the Evans Transportation Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
Fan forecast.
Taco Bell has $2 grilled chicken burritos that come in 2 bold flavors, Chipotle Ranch and Salsa Verde. They're bursting with grilled chicken and delicious sauces. Get your $2 grilled chicken burrito at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only, while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
The Wild host the Tampa Bay Lightning Wednesday night at 8:30 on the station for Minnesota Wild Hockey, FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
824 Power Trip Morning Show. Are we doing the in the box in the last segment?
Yeah.
And you're going to do your Barbara Walters thing right now?
Yeah, let's go through some of these.
Okay, and can I have Gabe call at the end of this segment then? To get him in before the game? Because we don't play game, we want money.
Sure.
Okay, good.
You guys familiar with Barbara Walters? Broadcasting icon. Barbara Jill Walters, born September 25th, 1929. Died December 30th, 2022, at the age of 93. Man. Hell of a run. Broke the glass ceiling, Mark. My condolences. So many
for many reasons, yes.
For people like yourself, right? Female broadcasters, female journalists. So these sound bites aren't necessarily propping her up because these are some of the funnier moments.
Right.
But why not honor her by making us laugh a little bit?
Why not?
What a stone cold killer. Here's Barbara Walters with the Kardashians, the whole group.
You are all often described as famous for being famous. You don't really act. You don't sing. You don't dance. You don't have any, forgive me, any talent.
But we're still entertaining people.
Don't have any talent.
Wow. That last shot was
love that one.
You do nothing.
You don't have any talent.
Wow, that's ballsy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty good. Here's Barbara Walters with, I believe at the time, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, presidential candidate Chris Christie, who's known to be a little large, shall we say? Well, she didn't pull any punches. She went right for it.
But you are a little overweight.
More than a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
If I could figure that out, I'd fix it.
Do you try to diet?
Oh, Barbara, I've had more diets and lost and gained back more weight in my lifetime than I care to count.
There are people who say that you couldn't be president because you're so heavy. What do you say to them?
No, it's ridiculous.
How about Barbara going full on Chuck Manson? Remember when Chuck Manson?
Correct. Yeah,
you could probably lose about 10 pounds.
Yeah. I'm just being honest with you, can't I?
She just goes, "You're fat.
You're
and he
heavy."
Goes, I know, and she just goes, "Why?" What a fun.
You know what? On that subject, 60 Minutes did a fascinating story about how genetics plays into obesity more than any single issue. You can diet, you can eat right. Not that those things don't help with exercise, but it was astonishing to see how genetics plays the biggest role in obesity in this country. Yeah.
Mark, you're defending this man. Why?
Why? It's a solid Barbara Walters.
That's very good.
Speaking of Barbara Walters impressions, Sherry O'Terry from Saturday Night Live did a really good one, and she was the Barbara Walters on SNL for a long, long time. So a couple of years ago, New Year's Eve of 2019 into 2020, there was a viral campaign to get Barbara Walters to be on with Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper on CNN to say, "This is 2020." Get it?
Yeah, that was
pretty clever,
that
right?
was the line.
For whatever reason, it didn't work out. Barbara Walters didn't come out of retirement to do it. So Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper got Sherry O'Terry to do it for them.
Anderson, Andrew, first let me say what an honor it is for you to have me on your New Year's Eve special. Second, I'm afraid retirement didn't suit me as much as people had hoped. And now that I'm trending on social media with the likes of Korean boy band BTS, climate change activist Greta Thunberg, and body positive songstress Lizzo, I've decided to dust off my power suit and get back in the game. It's no longer going to be a Chico's kind of day for this gal, because I can finally say with confidence, this is 2020.
Super good. That's
pretty good.
Sherry O'Terry was on this year again on New Year's Eve. She broke out. Yeah, I was just watching it during the commercial break, and she broke out a little Barbara Walters. She said Barbara always did 3 compliments and then went in for the kill.
Wow.
Good strategy.
She
didn't mess around.
Threes.
Group of threes, man. Yeah.
Supermodel Naomi Campbell got accused of being very difficult to work with for a period of time, and it was in the tabloids at the time that she was kind of a nightmare. And again, because Barbara Walters doesn't hold back a punch, basically went right at it and asked Naomi Campbell this.
I think that in 5 years, people will still be saying, she's a bitch.
I hope so. I hope they do. I'm going to be remembered for something. I'm going to be remembered for being a bitch. But a hard-working bitch. And a loyal bitch.
What a question.
Wow.
People in 5 years are so good. She's a bitch. That kind of leads me into this one. This is Barbara Walters with Mariah Carey asking about Nicki Minaj lyrics. And if we don't have this on the button bar by the end of the show, then we have failed as a show.
Nicki recently released a song. It's called Hell Yeah. It's about American Idol. And she says, I'm quick to check a bitch if she is out of line. Are you the bitch she's singing about?
Don't know.
Oh, man.
Wow.
What? Are you the bitch she's
talking about?
You don't mind if I'm directed to the point, do you?
Not at all.
It don't take me to tell you that you're about 10 pounds overweight, does it?
Thanks.
But I can be honest with you, Ken.
But you are a little overweight.
More than a little.
All right. Donald Sterling was the former racist owner of the Los Angeles Clippers of Anaheim. And for a while there, he was in the news a lot because he was a psycho. They were trying to get him out of the NBA. But do you remember he had a confidant that was very bizarre? And she got interviewed by Barbara Walters. And this is one of the weirdest 26-second sound bites you're ever going to hear.
Can you tell me what your relationship with Donald Sterling is?
I'm Mr. Sterling's right-hand arm man. I'm Mr. Sterling everything. I'm his confidant, his best friend, his silly rabbit.
His what?
His silly rabbit.
His silly rabbit?
Yes.
Is that what he calls you?
No.
Silly.
What? That was so awkward.
Silly rabbit.
No.
Is that what he calls you? No.
No.
That was the worst soundbite I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
How about I am his right hand arm man?
Then she didn't say Donald Sterling's everything, so she just said, I'm Donald Sterling everything. She just was derailing.
Right
I've
hand
got to
arm
have
man.
that soundbite as well.
Yeah. It's
Silly
the best.
rabbit.
Here's the controversial one. You guys familiar with Sean Connery?
Oh, yeah.
James Bond. He
original.
also was in The
Sexy
Rock.
sumbitch.
In the movie The Rock, he said, winners go home and bleep the prom queen.
Yeah.
Maybe a misogynist, Rosie. Listen up to Sean Connery and Barbara Walters.
You did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
Or what would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
Say it ain't so, Sean.
Marnie, would you like the last word?
Cheese and rice.
How about that?
That is stunning.
So that's a little misogynistic there out of our guy, Sean Connery, R.I.P.
Yeah.
But here's the Harry Reasoner soundbite that we referenced like an hour or so ago. This is when Harry Reasoner was not thrilled, apparently, that Barbara Walters publicly was named the first female journalist to make $1 million a year. And I guess, according to reports, he wasn't going to be super thrilled to be sharing so much airtime with her.
People have asked if I want to be called an anchor man or anchor woman or anchor person, or even, as our producer refers to us, anchor human. Well, titles aren't important. What is important is that Harry and I will try to bring you the best darn news program on the air. And we hope, if you've watched tonight out of curiosity, you'll return to watch us tomorrow out of conviction. Mr. Reasoner?
Thank you, Barbara. I had a little trouble in thinking of what to say to welcome you. Not to sound sexist, as in that you brighten up the place, or patronizing, as in that wasn't a bad interview, or sycophantic in as, how in the world do you do it? The decision was to welcome you as I would any respected and competent colleague of any sex, by noting that I've kept time on your stories and mine tonight. You owe me 4 minutes. Now for Barbara Walters and I, good night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Paul Douglas owes me 3.5 hours.
Wow, roasted meat sauce isn't about you.
Yeah, man. That was, he didn't even try to hide it. And the only thing I can relate to locally, Dave Moore was the legendary newscaster here for many, many, many years. And he loved anchoring alone. That was just it. And when Pat Miles came to town, Pat and Don Shelby were the weekend anchor team. They eventually moved Pat to be a co-anchor with Dave. And Dave was not happy about it at all. Made it very well known he was not happy about it. And it wasn't so much that because Pat was a woman, but because he did not want to
share it with anybody.
Okay. He was a better anchor, he felt, reading the entire newscast in his way with the rhythm and flow to what he did, as opposed to saying, Pat, well, in city council meetings today, blah, 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 blah. It was like it ruined his rhythm. So, but it was feisty.
It was feisty.
Yeah, we had time. We had a time. I don't even know the name Cindy Brucato. Cindy Brucato and Pat Miles were working at WCCO. Cindy made her mark at Channel 5. She came over and worked at Channel 4 for a while. Our news director at the time, that's when we started our 5 o'clock news, basically told them to figure out who was going to co-anchor. You guys decide who's going to anchor the news. They left it to them. So there were a lot of those stories, but there was a lot of sexism in the newsroom. There's no doubt about it back in the 70s. 100%.
You should make a movie about that.
Yeah.
It'd be funny.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of did.
I am always, when I listen to some of those clips, I'm always caught by Barbara's pronunciations without the R because we call him anchor person, news deliverer of any kind, radio, TV. There's such an emphasis on articulation and speaking clearly, and the rhythm, and it is a there's a nuance to it. And her not pronouncing her R's, it has always struck me that she made it as far as she did with such a noticeable audio difference.
Which is
it's
why her
fine.
nickname
It's not
was
bad.
Baba Wawa,
Baba
because
Wawa,
her
yes.
name is littered with R's, and she struggles with R's.
What a pioneer! I mean, really
incredible.
They had literally, I think, near the end of the View, they had a virtual who's who of women anchors who followed in her footsteps to pay tribute to her. The Katie Kerr, go on and on, and yeah, she set the bar really high. Made it happen.
Chris, your hands up.
Yeah, well, we have Gabe. He is. Can you hear us, Gabe? You're coming down the line, not on the phone. This is big time stuff. Are you there? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Gabe,
we can.
this
This is
clear.
working. Imagine this.
Wow.
I can't believe it. I know. Well, thank you for joining us real quick. Sorry, we're doing it early. We're going to put some money on the line in the next segment, so I thought I'd get you right now. But Gabe Henderson of the Vikings Entertainment Network and appears with Mark Rosen on the Mark Rosen in the Morning on Sundays, talking about Mark Rosen show as
Knock it
well.
off.
Do we have any injury updates outside of what we were told yesterday, as far as you know, Gabe? And looking into this weekend, who do you think will play and who will not for the Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah, no injury updates as of right now. Of course, we know that Chris Reed went to IR. Just understanding that move. Well, Austin Slopeman. I'm sorry, not Chris Reed.
Yeah, okay,
Austin
got it,
Slopeman went to IR, and Brian O'Neill. I'm hoping there's a quicker timetable for him, but with no timetable right now, and him not being designated for injured reserve, it makes you think that there is some type of optimism surrounding that. But I think the hope right now is that Blake Brando, who was placed on IR after the Detroit Lions game, can at least come back and play that first playoff game. So you would hope Garrett Bradbury and Blake Brando could be back in a couple of weeks, and we could at least have 4 of our 5 starters, and then Blake Brando at right tackle, who has started, I believe, 4 games this year. So I do think we should be fine, but that's best case scenario.
How are the Bears planning on treating this final game with nothing to play for except for draft position?
Yeah, I think that is what they are playing for, and I think they will play their starters, because draft position also depends on how they play this last game of the season, simply because if guys don't show up, that's some of the guys that they may get cut that may get cut this offseason. So this is not a dress rehearsal, but this is a trial for a lot of those guys, a lot of those starters that are on 1-year deals. I think they have at least 20 guys on 1-year deals over there in Chicago. So, I mean, it's going to be a big game for them also. And I look at it similar to the way it was last year when neither team was playing for playoff hopes when we played them at US Bank Stadium in Week 18. Every single starter played, and every single starter was being evaluated as, what have you done for me lately? And a lot of those decisions were made in the offseason as far as, okay, well, this guy didn't play good against the Bears, or this guy didn't play good against the Vikings. So let's see how that fares this upcoming Sunday. And I'm not sure how much we play our starters. My initial intuition is, and this is just my intuition, is that, if we get ahead early, they're going to rest the starters. I don't think you play the starters the entire game. But I've seen crazier things, and I'm sure Kevin O'Connell wants to win this game, especially the way the San Francisco 49ers played against the Las Vegas Raiders last week. Like, anything is possible. So this is a game that Kevin O'Connell was trying to win.
The players have the day off today. Am I right about that?
Correct.
Yeah, so nobody's down at the building with you right now, I'm going to guess. I was just wondering the reaction inside the building to what happened last night on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I got here about 7:30 this morning, and all the coaches and staff and a few players are here, and you can tell it's an eerie feeling right now. I think like everyone, we're still waiting on a positive update, but just from talking to a few people in the front office this morning at breakfast, a lot of guys were just shell shocked. I mean, this is a routine tackle, but at the same time, like this is a human being. This is someone who had his mom at the game for the first time for a road game, and he drove to the game with her. She was in the seat, in the passenger seat. Like, this is,
Wow.
they brought in the new year together, and just the fact that this happen, it's so tragic. Just from playing the game up my entire life up until I was 22, like you do see, freak injuries, but I've never seen anything like this. And I mean, I don't even know how you would react when it's the brother that goes to war with you every day. You're sitting beside him in meeting rooms, and then boom, his heart stops on the field. Like it becomes bigger than just the game of football at that point. I mean, you spend so much time with these guys. They all these guys probably spent Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, July 4th, all this time together, and then this happens. You hate to see it.
Yeah. No doubt. Well, any updates on anything at any time, please let us know if you would, Gabe. We appreciate it every week. And this, by the way, sounds great, man. So anytime you can jump on the line, we'll take you.
This will be the default method going forward for us.
I love it, man. Thanks very much, dude.
Thank you, guys.
Take care. There he goes.
All right, we gamble. We go
man.
in the box after this Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
In today's scramble for skilled workers, your hiring team needs a winning strategy. For more than 4 decades, Doherty's employment experts have been scoring local talent for companies. Draft Doherty for staffing wins. DOHERTY.com. That's Doherty.com.
It's Chris Hockey. So excited to tell you that Jefferson Lines has been voted Minnesota's best transportation company again. Whether it's their reliable buses, the friendly drivers, the affordable fares, or convenient pickup and drop-off locations, they've got it all. And I should know, they saved me from another bus company in Omaha. And you can save up to 15% when you book your ticket 7 or more days in advance. Travel Minneapolis to Duluth for as low as $9. You want to ride with the best? Well, book today at jeffersonlines.com.
We could talk about how complicated other banks make it to redeem credit card rewards. Or we could talk about how with Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time. Talk about amazing. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
Treasure Island Resort and Casino, TICasino.com. Get down to the island. It's island time. Happy New Year from everybody at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. You can book a hotel room at TICasino.com. Go down there and stay and play. Why not play some bingo or blackjack or any of their slot machines? They have hundreds of slot machines, and then make a day or a weekend out of it by staying at TICasino.com. While you're there, check out the concert calendar or the calendar of events. Always a whole bunch of cool shows right around the corner. If you are a giant fan of Warrant, like Chris is, Warrant and Lita Ford are going to be at Treasure Island Resort and Casino on Saturday, March 25th. Tickets available now at TICasino.com. And then Minneapolis' very own Morris Day and the Time are going to be at the Island Event Center on Saturday, June 3rd. So again, tickets available at TICasino.com. It's right outside of Red Wing, Minnesota. Quick drive for most of us here in the Twin Cities. Treasure Island Resort and Casino. It's Island Time. Get those tickets at TICasino.com.
You don't need to get personal, like revealing you eat eggs with a shell on, to get the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Just call or go to statefarm.com for a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary. 4 juicy Raising Cane's chicken fingers, Texas toast, fries, coleslaw, and the secret cane sauce that makes the perfect box combo. One love, ready to go. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Paul Bunyan Plumbing and Drains. Are you tired of fighting over hot water? With a tankless water heater from Paul Bunyan Plumbing, you'll have endless hot water for all your needs. Upgrade now and get $500 off when you visit heypaul.com or contact Paul Bunyan Plumbing. Legendary care.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Get started for just $49.99 a month. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now aboard.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 50 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Do you have chronic joint pain, knees hurting, hips aching? Well, it's time to think about a new exciting way to treat joint pain. That's with biologic therapies and regenerative solutions. I'm talking about QC Kinetics. Lots of people here have already called QC Kinetics. They are the leader in helping people deal with chronic pain with no surgery, no drugs, no steroids, and no downtime. These natural pain treatments can actually repair and restore damaged tissue in your joints with long-lasting results. Biologic solutions helping heal the body itself. Call QC Kinetics to learn more at 612-254-7123. So if you have joint pain due to arthritis, if you have lower back pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, knee pain, you need to change the way you think about pain treatments and discover the biologic therapies at QC Kinetics. So get moving again, get your life back, no surgery and no drugs. Call QC Kinetics now to learn more. 612-254-7123. That's 612-254-7123. Real pain relief. 612-254-7123.
Start a career at Waste Management today. Go to careers.wm.com.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Is Barb here?
Yeah, I think she's down in her office. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So are we doing the game?
Why do we let all these people do this in unsecured locations? She should be monitored.
Well, I trust her, but
Burb is in the box?
We're
Burb's
sure
in the
that
box.
she's
Yeah.
down there?
Is it Burb in the box?
Yeah, I texted her. Zach, go get her.
Well, we got to know for sure that she's here, but we also have to do it like right now. We're running out of time.
I texted her. I said, "Are you here?" She gave me the thumbs up.
Okay, so then she's
here.
She's here. Okay, good.
All right.
All
Are
right,
we
who's
ready?
in? Who's in?
Me.
Me.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm in. Sauce is doing the questions.
Yeah,
Corey,
so I'm
you're
out.
in?
Yeah, of course.
Max,
is
are you
it
in?
50?
Yeah, 50.
50.
We're back to 50.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you spotting Max?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
Max.
Good. All right, good.
I got Max.
Let's do
Oh,
this.
my guy.
Zacho?
Barnes.
Zacho's down. Just said he was
All right.
going to get Barb.
All right, number one.
Yeah.
What does the Raven say in Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven?
Well, he says a lot, but he says.
Yeah, he does say a
What's
lot.
his?
I think he says, "Baba!"
Nevermore, buddy.
You were correct. Yep.
Nevermore.
Number two. How many seasons did Friends last?
Oh, my.
Man, is it
Probably
8?
9-ish.
I have no idea.
10.
No kidding.
Yep. Number three. What soft drinks commercials take place in Fansville?
Dr. Pepper.
Correct.
That it?
Oh,
That's good. Wow,
Fansville.
you're good at this.
Yeah. Films Casino, Shutter Island, and The Wolf of Wall Street are directed by
Scorsese. The GOAT.
Jeez.
Correct. What is the name of David Rose's boyfriend / husband in S. Creed?
Oh, my.
Never seen it.
Patrick.
Correct.
Marnie.
Will Barb know?
Will Barb know?
What does she watch?
Just first
S.
name
Creed.
only, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
such
Yeah.
a good show.
Number six. What famous singer didn't make Rolling Stone's top 200 singers of all time?
Well, that's a
There'd be a lot of
that's
them.
a terrible question.
It's
It's
like
not multiple
100.
choice.
What's the? Sorry.
I mean,
narrow it
Sarah
down.
Evans,
that
probably.
could be, that's 1,000 different
Yeah,
songs.
I worded it poorly.
Can
Unless you could say, was
what's
there a
the
recent
answer?
article?
What was your
How
answer?
about you just ask
Sweet,
who was number one?
Okay, yeah.
That's much
All right.
better.
It's
Aretha Franklin,
all right,
right?
Good one. All right, cool, Corey. Thank you.
So okay,
Sorry.
so that's the
So
answer.
now the question
Yeah,
is
I
who
meant-
was number
yeah.
one on Rolling Stone's list
Yeah.
that they just
Okay.
released? Best
All right.
singer of all time.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, hold on.
Hold on. One of us.
Because John Cicada technically would have been a right answer.
Yeah, good point.
Because he didn't
Yeah.
make it and he should have.
Marney Gellner would have been right.
Marnie, you sing.
Also
you didn't make
accurate.
the list.
Vanilla Ice.
Also
All right,
accurate.
yep.
He made
I
it.
ain't gonna argue.
Sauce?
Number 7. Who is on the $100 bill?
Aren't we on
Benjamin
6?
Franklin. No,
Did
that
we
was
do
6
7?
was Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed one.
$100 bill.
$100
Correct.
Franklin.
Number 8. If Justin Jefferson gets 194 receiving yards on Sunday, whose record does he break?
Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson.
Correct.
That one.
Number 9. Who was Taylor Swift in a fight with over the ownership of the masters of her first 6 albums?
Scooter.
Correct.
Scooter someone.
And lastly, Lois, Brian, Meg, Chris, and Peter are all members of what TV show?
Family
Guy.
Correct. All right.
All right, everybody, quickly lock it in.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'm locked in.
All right.
Me too.
Marge, you good?
Marge,
Yes,
you locked in?
I-
Rosie?
yes.
Locked in.
Rosie, yes?
Max?
Yes, Max.
Yes, sir.
All right, Rosie.
3.
That's exactly what I have as well. I'm also locked in at 3. Hawk?
5.
5. Whoops, hang on. Max?
I had 5 as well.
5 as well. Martins?
I'll sneak in there with 4.
All right. Zach back there, or did he go get Barb?
Zach, are you back there?
Yeah, I'm not playing.
Okay. All right.
All right.
We're ready
2
for
5s,
Barb.
2 3s, and a 4. Okay, somebody go get Barb.
I think this is a tough list specifically for her.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Put her in a
yeah.
I
tough
was going to
spot.
go with 2, but
Good job, Sauce.
Thanks.
Except for that one.
Is Zach getting her?
Who knows?
Do we know where she is?
I just texted her.
Well-oiled machine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought it would have been fun to have Rosie come up with the questions for Burb
Where do you want
because
Barb
they
to
have
sit?
such a history. Here you go, Barbie.
oh
Lee was
boy.
guarding her,
Here we
so
go,
we're
Barb.
good. Hi, Levy.
Barb, we need a final answer out of you.
Yeah, here we go.
Gotta say
All right.
final answer.
Hey, Burb.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Number 1, Barb.
Yeah.
What is the famous thing the Raven says in Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven?
Look at her face.
You're gonna hate Sauce for the next
you're
5
gonna-
You
minutes.
came up with this?
Yeah.
Fly Away. Final answer.
That's Lenny
What
Kravitz,
in
not
the
Edgar Allan
Raven?
Great song.
Quote the Raven.
Nevermore.
Nevermore.
I guess.
Number 2. How many seasons did Friends last?
Good one.
Thank you.
10. Final answer.
You are correct.
That might be the difference. I wonder if that
might be
one
it.
ends up mattering.
Number 3. Which soft drinks commercials take place in Fansville?
What in the hell?
Yeah, you're gonna be mad at him. It gets worse.
Trust me.
Don't need to answer.
Coca-Cola. Final answer.
No.
Okay. What?
The Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper. 4. Films Casino, Shutter Island, and The Wolf of Wall Street are directed by who?
Scorsese. Final answer.
Did not expect that.
You're not mad at me, are
Did
you?
not expect
No,
that one.
no.
Why?
You don't seem like a Scorsese fan.
Oh, you seem dumb.
Number 5. What is the
My line.
name of David Rose's boyfriend/husband in S Creek?
Patrick. Final answer.
Oh my God.
All right.
Cooking.
Best show of all time.
You're going to be mad at me, son.
3
you got
out of
3?
5, right?
Yeah, 3 out of 5. Number 6.
Really?
Who was the number 1 singer in Rolling Stone's best singer list?
Oh, balls. I listened to you guys talk about this. I'll just say Whitney Houston. Final answer.
I think she was 2.
What if we asked who was not on the list?
Celine Dion.
Yes. See? Oh, that's what I was looking for.
That is one of the infinite correct answers.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know what I meant.
Wait, what's the answer?
It's
Aretha
Aretha
Franklin.
Franklin. Number 7. Who is on the $100 bill?
George Washington. Final answer.
Benji's. Benjamin Franklin.
We have a guaranteed sweat.
Sorry, I don't have hundreds in my wallet.
Guaranteed sweat.
Rosie,
Dark
get away
Star.
from me.
Yeah. Always
Rosie,
supposed to have one.
Number 8. If Justin Jefferson gets 194 receiving yards on Sunday, whose record does he break?
I thought he already broke Randy Moss's, but I'll say Randy Moss. Final answer.
Calvin Johnson.
I guess.
Guaranteed sweat.
All right.
Okay, good.
Number 9. Who was Taylor Swift in a fight with over the ownership of the masters of her 6 original albums?
It was the Bieber. Scooter Braun. Final answer.
Okay.
It all comes down to this.
Wow.
And lastly,
Oh, God.
she has 4. Last one. Lois, Brian, Meg, Chris, and Peter are all members of what TV show?
Family Guy. Final answer.
Who won?
Max and
Max and hockey.
Nice job, Brian.
Thanks, guys.
Now it's done.
The Friends thing killed you, Martins.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
difference.
Glenn
Fro. Yes.
Thanks for the cash, Bird.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I missed you guys.
Oh, thanks, Bird.
Oh, so nice.
Not you, Rosie.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you, Barb.
Bye, everybody.
Marnes, we'll see you for Friday for initials on Friday, Marnes. And
Oh,
Rosie,
Jim
we'll
Rich
see
is
you
playing,
tomorrow.
by the way.
Oh, Jim Rich is
He's
in. There
in.
you go. Jim Rich in place of Mark Parrish on Friday. We're back 5:30 to 9 tomorrow. 9 to noon is next. Yep.
KFAN Total Traffic.